Presented by AmazingPhysicsForAll.com. Have you ever wondered why we do not see eclipses every month, though required conditions seem to exist? A solar eclipse occurs when the moon's shadow falls on the Earth as the moon comes between the Earth and the Sun. A lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth's shadow falls on the moon as the Earth comes between the Sun and the moon. Every month, at least one full moon and one new moon occur as the moon orbits the Earth in about 29.5 days. On new moon days, the moon comes between the Earth and the Sun, but we do not see solar eclipse on every new moon day. Similarly, on the full moon day, the Earth comes between the Sun and the moon. But that does not cause lunar eclipse on every full moon day. Why is that? To get the answer, we need to look into the orbital plane of the moon with respect to the orbital plane of the Earth. The orbital plane of the Earth is known as the ecliptic plane. We know that the moon orbits the Earth once a month, in 29.5 days. The orbital plane of the moon, as the picture illustrates, is not on the ecliptic plane. Instead, the orbital plane of the moon has a tilt of about 5 degrees to the ecliptic. This tilt is the main reason we do not see eclipses every month. Had the plane of the moon's orbit and the ecliptic were on the same plane, we would have been seeing eclipses every month. But how the moon's tilt is responsible for not having eclipses every month? First, let us look into when eclipses can occur. This picture shows the Earth-Moon system, as it goes around the Sun, at 4 different points of time in a year. Note that the orbital plane of the moon is inclined to the ecliptic plane, by about 5 degrees. First, let us consider point T1. It is unfavorable for eclipses to occur. Why? When the new moon occurs, the moon is below the ecliptic plane. And, therefore, the shadow of the moon does not fall on the Earth. When the full moon occurs at T1, the moon is above the ecliptic plane. And again, the shadow of the Earth does not fall on the moon. Similarly, after 6 months, point T3 is again unfavorable for eclipses. At T3, when the new moon happens, the moon is above the ecliptic plane. And so, the shadow of the moon does not fall on the Earth. At T3, when the full moon happens, the moon is below the ecliptic plane. And again, the shadow of the Earth does not fall on the moon. However, points T2 and T4 are favorable for eclipses. At T2 and T4, solar and lunar eclipses can occur only at points where the inclined orbit of the moon intersects the ecliptic plane, either while ascending or descending. The points that intersect the ecliptic plane are called nodes. So, eclipses can occur only at the nodes when the moon's orbit intersects the Earth's orbital plane. For the same reason, we call the Earth's orbital plane ecliptic. Another interesting point is that the orbital plane of the moon is not fixed. Moon precesses on the plane's center, and this precession is known as nodal precession. In addition, the moon has apsidal, the line connecting perigee and apogee of elliptical orbit precession too. These two precessions further complicate the occurrence of eclipses. If a solar eclipse occurs when the moon is at apogee, farthest from the Earth, the moon does not cover the entire Sun as its angular size gets smaller. This type of solar eclipse is an annular solar eclipse. The solar eclipse that we watched on October 14, 2023, was an annular solar eclipse. To conclude, the reason we do not see a solar or a lunar eclipse every month is mainly because of the 5-degree tilt of the moon's orbital plane with respect to the Earth's orbital plane. Visit AmazingPhysicsForAll.com to read more on similar topics. Thanks for watching.